That mic? There we go. What is up, everybody? I don't know what changed, but something had changed and the mic went dead. So welcome, Sam. Sam, always good to see you. Yeah, I just have like zero energy about this today, and it feels weird. Do I even have? I'm gonna run a test here on the chat. There we go. All right, Sam's up. Got the chat going. LaSalle. Who's LaSalle? Is that one of your friends? What's up? Not much, man. Not too much. I was contemplating whether I was actually gonna stream or not today, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna play anyways, so I might as well just get online. Yeah, so here I am. What is up with you? Hope all is well. I see you're doing some stuff on your channel, so that is great to see. Posting some stuff in YouTube. I like to see it. I hope that is going well for you. But as for right now, I'm gonna start with some classic. If and whenever you want to join, feel free. You're always welcome to pop onto the game as well and show me a thing or two. The last stream ended up being what, on Tuesday? Monday? You know I can give you an invite. You know I can give you an invite. It says I'm offline. What? This. Fred? No thanks, Fred. Playing Fall Guys shows me online. Is that any better? Tried being fancy. Oh my god. Okay, let me know when you're back on, and I'll try and give that invite again. Inviting me. There we go. I'll take your invite. I will take the invite. Heyo. Look at you with the Pegasus wings. I like the clean look. That is a really clean look. I like it. I do. Yeah, I think on my last stream I ended up getting out of Rookie, which was the goal. What's Wave? What is Wave? No. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Are you enjoying the ranked version? I'm liking that there are, at least they're putting in new. Oh, okay. Oh, it resets. That makes sense. But that should take you, what, all of 3 or 4 hours to get to the top rank? Didn't you max out in something crazy like that last season? Oh. Gonna take the easy route here. I see you've got this under control. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, they've seemed to have stepped it up with the maps. I'm impressed. Easy peasy. For you, perhaps. For you. I'm just here to ride on your coattails, my friend. Who's the other goat in here? The other OG. Is that the Bob? Name Bob? Bob from Arkansas? That seems a little weak. Only 3? Weak. Weak. Weak salsa. Oops. Right down the... Whoops. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no. Oof. Disaster. Might be confusing. I can figure some stuff out. Not like it's the open world concept where you can get lost. We lost? Whoa. How did we lose that? How did we... I don't understand. I do not understand how that works. Whoa. I was not expecting that. Thought we were in second. And to be the only group that got knocked out? Come on. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Where are we at over here? What's going on over here? I'm going to blame the poor play on the Manitoba fire smoke that we are getting here. Sad, sad business. A couple years ago it was smoke from Quebec. Now we're getting smoke from Manitoba. Bad news. Bad news. Going. I recognize this map. Sounds good, my friend. Let's make it a good one. Let's make it a good one. We're in quads? I didn't realize that. I did not realize that. You know what? Too much gameplay, not a good thing, but I'm glad that we were able to connect at least for a little bit today. But yeah, get out there, touch some grass. Enjoy the outdoors. So that's why we lost last time. Were we only duos? Was it just the two of us last time? My lips are sealed. Your secret is safe with me. Got another game on this side. A resource management game. All right, come on, squad. Why did I do that? Oh my god, oh my god. come on, come on. Study, my man. Study, my man. Oof, 224s. We may not get this. Is that what I'm sensing? So we're out? Is that us? Dude. Dude. Yikes. Yikes. Ooh. Not first, but we made it. We survived. All right, here we go. It's a final. Grab and carry or push objects. I don't think I've seen this one. I have not seen this one, so I don't know what's going on. Don't get pushed into the slime. Oh no! Son of a bee sting. Sam. Oh, he's trying to grief. Yeah. How do you have your camera angle on that? Are you more above so you can see the walls coming through? Well done. Well done. What a way to end the duo. Thank you, Sam the man. Karma for griefing. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Where are they? Well done, well done. Oh, I see you're ready. I'm gonna assume you're gonna sneak in one more round. I don't want to be the reason why you get why you get in trouble by your parents. All right. You're team lead. You're the team lead. We do what you want. We'll make it quick. Whoa. Arr. Yay. Pass, but go in the other direction. Well, that was interesting. That was interesting. I don't know if I like that one or not. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh. I tried to find a glitch. Oh, I'm liking this cat. All right, Sam, thank you so much. Good to play. Good to see you again. And yeah, you like coming on rejuvenated me. Rejuvenated my want to be on here. So thank you. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you in the next one. Kudos. We earned some kudos. Not a lot, but they're there. All right, let's go back to some schmolos. You know what? Let's do some ranked. Do some more ranked. Couple of ranked solos, and we'll be done. Trace more rounds. And I've got to figure out some stuff for the other channel. I need to start posting to it. Yeah. Oh. I know I should like this one. I know I should. But, just don't know how to speed it. How to speed run this map. might have been my best round here. Better than this, guys. Look up. Neat. All right. I kind of like this one. Strange as that may sound, I do like this. Oh man. Oh man. Need to get rid of all this chaff. Chaff. Oh. Sweating that one. That's very close. Better close. Look at this. Great mouth. Oof. Oof. Head down on this one. head down on this one. Bam, 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 bam. Maybe I get an instant win? Oh. How did... I was gonna say, how did I not win that? But I did. But I did. Luckily, thankfully, you know, all the above. Ooh, it's a Kraken. It's a Kraken. Can I get this one? This one. This is possibly my favorite final. Because I think this was the first final that I actually ever won. But all these clowns are... I don't like him. I don't like him. All right, so we'll do one more. One more ranked. That was ranked, was it not? Pretty sure. Pretty sure one ranked. One more and a solo. Benito Alstremo. What is this? What is this? Waiting for players. No way, man. Oh, hit that. I like that one. I like that one. I do. Come on, King. Taking the long way. King's taking the long way. Magenta. Magenta likes to swim in the slime. Oof. It is a tough one. This is a tough one. Did you land it? Oh, stuck it. Well done, Luigi. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Oh, good hang. Nope. Nope. Oh, I've got our dinosaur. Did it. I did it. Seemed like a lot. Toucan. Come on, get some old school ones in here. I'll take fifth. I'll take fifth. Not terrible. Not great. Not terrible. pass. The pass. Ooh, all right. Pretty old school in this one. Not my favorite. Ah. So close. So close. That's all right. Qualified, and that's what matters. Ooh. Down to 5. Down to 5. Oh no. I don't like these races. And I've never done this map before, so that doesn't help either. guy just smoked it. Smoked it. Yeah. Guess that was a pretty good one. That's pretty good. Yes. Was that? Yeah, that was ranked. Why am I still only at that? Last one here, folks. Last one. Ended on a old school solos. I gotta do some research here. Research. Yikes, does nobody do solos anymore, or what's going on? It's all about the ranked play now. All right. Oh, the classics. Oh, the classics. Wow. I didn't think any of those were not available for jumping through. Are you kidding me? Am I gonna get jacked out of this first level? Pretty close. Yikes. Go down here. Go down. All right. Got this one too, I think. Here we go. Got the saw at the middle. X. Got the X. Can't stay in the middle. Two have bitten the dust already. 3. All right. All right. Almost to the final. One more time. One more step. And I'm there. All right. Yeah, this one turns out. Sometimes it's a breeze, sometimes it is not. Two reds and the one coconut. Two pears, 3 bananas, 1 coconut. 3 bananas, 2 pears. Three bananas, 2 pears. 3 bananas, 2 pears. Four reds. 4 reds, 3 bananas. 4 reds, 3 bananas. Four reds, 3 bananas. 4 reds, 3 bananas. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. This is a fun. Don't be the rotating cylinder. Don't be the rotating cylinder. Don't be the rotating cylinder. All right, this one, this rotation is as bad. I just really do not like the one with the disappearing box. Disappearing, dissolving. Not saying this is going to be any better, but I feel like these people might be skilled and know what they're doing. too good. They were too good. Well, that's it for me from starting from a spot of I don't want to even try today. Don't even want to stream to, you know, a bunch of finals and one win with Sam, of course. So yeah, not bad overall. Anyway, everybody, that's it. This is ISGAD coming to you from Glorious Shadville. Stay tuned. I will be launching a new channel, political, you know, current event type stuff. So stay tuned. We'll see how that goes. Might get a new game called Olympic Guys. Ooh. Okay. When is that supposed to be coming out? Olympic Guys, that is. When is that? You know what? I can Google that. Is that like a... Wait a minute. Is that Olympic Guys games? No. Yeah, I'll need to look that up. But all right, that sounds interesting. Anyway, Sam, thanks so much for tuning in and joining. That's it. Till the next time. As always, stay healthy, stay safe, a lot of love. I'm out. Peace.
I have never seen such an arrogant bastard before. He's Bobur Abdulazizov, infamous for his haughty demeanor. He often clashes verbally with opponents before fights. On the ring, his fighting style is ferocious and relentless, and throughout his career, he's never been knocked down. But even this brash Abdulazizov has a nemesis, Maksat Espola. Once the fight began, Maksat, with his formidable overall skills, dominated the arrogant guy in every aspect, whether in stand-up striking or ground grappling. Maksat knew that if he just launched a regular attack, his opponent might keep up those despicable acts. So, he decided to crush his rival thoroughly. A flurry of relentless roundhouse kicks. When Abdulazizov, his face full of fear, signaled to the ref to tap out, the ref suddenly recalled his past misdeeds. The ref deliberately gave Maksat extra time to mete out punishment.
You know, I always get like reformed old white people, like really old white people, try to talk to me. I love the Hello Kitties, the Hello Kitties you guys make. They're just cute. You know what I mean?
These are all compliments.
And it's like, hey, lady, back up. All right.
You don't want her compliments? She loves Hello Kitty.
It's not that. It's like, just talk to me normal, brah.
What would normal be?
Hello, nice little Asian boy. I like the shape of your body.
Yeah.
You know, my brother fought in the war, and so did my father.
Yeah.
And I've got to tell you, they hate you slants, but I love you people.
You know, I always get like...
Yeah.
You got a lot of work to do?
Yeah. I gotta water the grass, pick stuff up, pick sticks, shears, all kinds of stuff up.
What about the chickens? You gonna feed them?
Yeah.
You do? What about the eggs?
Yeah, I'm gonna check them. I'm gonna check the mail.
Well, I already checked the mail.
Okay. Any?
Yeah, we did get a few things. Bills.
Okay, I'm gonna run over there and water the grass over there. I'll be in the time 1. Okay?
What time?
1.
1? Well, it's like, it's 5:40 right now.
Yeah. Anyways, I gotta hurry and pick some sticks up and water the grass.
All right. Love you.
Love you, bye. Yeah.
So then guys, the new iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max is around about 4 months away from launch. But a lot of you guys are wondering, what is the big differences between, say, the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max to the last generation iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max? Well, today I want to go over 10 big changes between both of these phones and see for you, is it worth waiting out for the iPhone 17 Pro Max over, say, the likes of the iPhone 16 Pro Max and also the iPhone 16 Pro. So first of all, let's talk about the first big change. And I think the big one that you can probably even notice here, sitting on my desk right here, is obviously the design change. Now, we've been told that with the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, we're going to get an update in the design language, especially on the rear of the phone. As you can see in these renders right here, we're going to have this kind of bar on the back now, what's going to actually house the cameras inside it and the LiDAR sensor, and also it's going to house the likes of, say, the flash or things like this. And as you can see, it looks like they've been pushed to one side away from the likes of the actual cameras on the back here. And this also leads on to the second big change that we've heard about, and that is it looks like that aluminium or aluminum, depending on where you are in the world, is looking like it's going to have a comeback onto the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max. It looks like that we're going to have a finish now. It could have a possible mix of titanium and aluminum or aluminium inside of it, instead of being completely titanium like we've had with the iPhone 16 model, the Pro models, and also the iPhone 15 Pro models. It looks like we could be going back to have a bit of aluminum and aluminium inside of it. So just be aware of that kind of two-tone kind of effect, as you can see like on these renders right here. Now, for the third big change, I want to continue on talking about the actual cameras on the back of the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, because it looks like we are going to get an upgrade, especially in one area for a sensor and a lens, and that is the telephoto lens. This is the one that gives us the ability to do zooming and things like this. Right now, with the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, we have a 12 megapixel camera sensor inside of it, and this allows us to obviously do that optical 5x zoom, and obviously we can crop up and do digital zoom all the way up to 25x zoom. Well, it looks like this time this is actually going to be upgraded now to a 48 megapixel camera sensor and lens inside of it, and this is going to put it up to the likes of the same with the iPhone 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max, where they have a 48 megapixel in the likes of the ultra wide and also in the likes of the standard wide sensor. So all three will have 48 megapixels. This means then for digital zoom or digital kind of crop, it means you'll get even more clarity in your pictures. And also with that, say 5x zoom, optical zoom capability, that will also be plussed out as well in your picture quality too. So this is fantastic news to hear. And with having those three 48 megapixel sensors on the back now of the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, this also leads on to the next big upgrade, the fourth one, and that is that we're going to be getting now the ability to record an 8K video. So that's right, for the first time, the iPhone Pro series will be able to record at 8K. One thing that's not been specific yet is how good that frame rate is going to be. It could be 30 frames per second, it could be 60 frames. Personally, I think it's going to be 60 frames per second at 8K. I can't imagine Apple, cutting back to 30 frames at this stage. So this is definitely great news to hear, that we'll be able to record at 8K video with the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max over what we got with the iPhone 16 Pro models. And then moving on to the fifth big upgrade, we've also been told that the actual front-facing camera is also going to be getting an upgrade over the likes of the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. We're going to be getting a 24 megapixel camera added to the front, so for your selfie photos and also for doing your vlogs and things like this. This will also help big time with this, that you're going to get even more clarity now out of that front facing camera with having a 24 megapixels instead of the standard 12 megapixels that we've had for the last few generations, including the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, continuing on with the front-facing camera and the front of the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, we've also heard about our sixth big upgrade, and that is if you're not a big fan of Dynamic Island, or if you do like Dynamic Island and you think it's a little too large on the display, well, the great news is with this next leak you can see right here, we've been told that the actual Dynamic Island looks like it's going to get a little bit smaller. I'm not going to say it's going to get hugely small, it's going to be like half the size, but obviously it could be a few percent smaller, it could be something like 10 to 15% smaller, so it won't be actually going out on your screen too much. So obviously when you're watching your content and your media, then obviously you won't have this big bar as much as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro and also the iPhone 16 Pro Max upon its release. Now, something else to also get excited about is the giveaway we're doing on this channel for this right here. This here is a MacBook Air. This here is a 13.6-inch model, what is sky blue, and I'm going to be giving it away to one lucky subscriber at the end of June time 2025, and you can enter it right now. But let me tell you a few things about the specs of this MacBook Air first of all. So what it actually has inside, 4 gigabytes of RAM inside of it instead of 16 gigabytes of RAM, and then there's also 256 gigabytes of storage. Nope, there isn't. There's 512 gigabytes of storage. It's been upgraded too. And like I said, I'm going to be giving this away to one lucky subscriber on this channel at the end of June time, and all you have to do to enter in at this stage is just put down in the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it is going to be the new iPhone 17 models or one of them. Maybe it's going to be a new MacBook Air, or maybe it's got nothing to do with Apple whatsoever. It could be the new Nintendo Switch 2 upon its release, or maybe it could be, say, a DJI drone or something else like this. Well, just let me know in the comments below. And the other thing I was going to quickly say to you guys, obviously this is what you need to do at this stage. The other part of the stage is going to be happening near the end of June time, where I'm going to give you even more details about the actual giveaway. And in that, I'm going to give you details of like how to fill in a form as well, so I can actually contact you if you are the winner. And then also I'm going to give you details about the actual live stream as well, and how we're actually going to do the giveaway. So yeah, you won't want to miss out on that video. So the best thing you can do right now is make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. And I'd also say you want to be a subscriber, because obviously I'm giving this away to a subscriber. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys, that sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best you can see right here. Please do report them. So then guys, moving on from this then, we've seen 6 big changes between the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max to the previous generation iPhone 16 Pro series. But there's even more, especially what's going on underneath the iPhone 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max with chips and things like this. And starting out, we're going to be getting, for the 7th upgrade, we're going to be getting an A19 Pro put inside of it. And this is going to be based on TSMC's next generation 3 nanometer process. So this means that the chip is going to probably be even more efficient than what we had with the A18 Pro, and yet more powerful too. It was really great news to hear. The great thing about this means that obviously you're going to get that extra bit more power, and obviously the phone won't get as hot as it has before because of the efficiencies and things like this. And also power is also going to be better managed too, which is really, really great news. And talk about the actual heat inside of this iPhone. Well, funny enough, that also leads onto the 8th upgrade, and that's, we've also been told that Apple, with this new design iPhone now, that we're going to be getting even better thermal management with all the chips and things inside of it, including the A19 Pro. So obviously your phone won't get too toasty in your hands or inside your pocket, or if you're doing a long time gaming session or something like this, it will definitely be more beneficial in that way. Now, another big change that's going to be happening to the iPhone 17 Pro series this time round is all to do with other chips inside the phone. So the likes of, say, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and 5G. It looks like all of these bits and pieces, these components, are actually going to be built in-house to go inside of this iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max, over the likes of what we have with the 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max. In fact, Apple actually even made the C1 chip when inside the iPhone 16e, what was their first kind of Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and 5G capability inside of that. And it looks like Apple are going to make their own other kind of chip to go inside the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max that will even maximize sort of battery life even better here. And with that as well, that obviously it's expected that Apple are going to probably provide a slightly bigger battery inside of that phone too. So gonna say this, with those extra sort of chips and homemade ones, battery life is going to be even more efficient than what we have right now, what we have with the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So definitely this is a big welcome upgrade to have inside of it. And then finally, for the 10th big upgrade, what's going to go inside of this iPhone, and that is all to do with RAM. So right now, the likes of the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, they have 8 gigabytes of RAM inside of them, where it looks like this is going to be topped up to 12 gigabytes of RAM. A first in an iPhone, what's going to be absolutely amazing to actually have. And in fact, this puts it on par like with the Galaxy S25 Ultra, which also has 12 gigabytes of RAM. So we're going to be getting 12 gigabytes of RAM in the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max. So this will help out with things like Apple Intelligence. It will allow you to open up more apps, and also more demanding apps that require more resources from your actual memory and things like this. It's actually going to help out a lot there. So this is definitely a big welcome change that we're going to have over the likes of the iPhone 16 Pro and also the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And with that then guys, that is the top 10 big upgrades that we've heard about and big differences between the iPhone 17 Pro Max to the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Are you going to be upgrading to this next generation of the iPhone when it comes out? Or do you think that these sort of upgrades are not enough and you might still buy yourself an iPhone 16 Pro or 16 Pro Max? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up up this video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews, and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell too. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care.
What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back. Crypto Crew, we're in June of 2025. Some may argue this is when the 2025 bull run will really take off, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But Caspa is building towards the future, and no matter what happens, Caspa is still fully decentralized, and the devs are building Caspa to be what it is supposed to be, no matter who is in the Caspa community. In other words, eventually, Caspa will be Caspa.
I believe that once all of these things are implemented and you actually all of the utility you need to hold
Things, whole opinion, it use. Check out the link for Jesus Christ.
They start with the body, pressing each metal sheet into panels like doors and frames. Only once each stage is complete can the car move along, predictable, but very slow. In 2021, one crypto visionary asked me in decentralization, what if we could have all? Enter Caspa, a smart manufacturing system where multiple production lines work simultaneously. Unlike traditional blockchains, Caspa's blockchain is structured as a block DAG or directed acyclic graph, allowing for parallel block confirmations or directed acyclic confirmations with the same industrial-grade security and reliability. Process transactions with 1 second block time versus Bitcoin's 10-minute intervals. This is a profound shift in what's possible for cryptocurrency applications. And unlike Bitcoin, which uses scheduled halving events every 4 years to control supply, Caspa follows a gradual monthly reduction to achieve a 50% reduction in the annual emission rate, providing a more predictable supply curve and steady emission schedule, meaning consistent, reliable. This translates fees plaguing Caspa, the next generation blockchain architecture.
Crypto Crew, Caspa is indeed at the vanguard of the next generation of the crypto ocean. Once Caspa gets adopted by Tier 1 exchanges, we'll see Caspa's next leg up. Already, Tier 2 exchanges such as KuCoin and Maxi have added Cas USDC pairs. So when will Kraken make that move, as Kraken only has had a Cas USD pair, not even a USDT spot pair at the making of this recording? Once stablecoins are integrated, not just bridged stablecoins, which is what normally happens first, but also native stablecoins on the Caspa network, that's when we'll probably see some movement, including the price per Caspa coin. And at the making of this recording, some of the Caspa team will be having a meeting with Circle, the team behind USDC in New York. This development of stable coins and native stable coins on Caspa is huge, and as I said, will most likely create a massive rally up in the price per Caspa coin. Now, financial advice, of course, just my conviction. I share with conviction, but I think the system. To him, talking about the latest on Casplex, specifically on the topic of Layer 2 developments.
So for people to test, like, I mean, this is incredible. So it just works with MetaMask. Everyone could just, I don't know, probably the Caspa community doesn't, isn't used to using MetaMask, but this is, I mean, Ethereum users, this is exactly what you use. So you make a wallet, and Casplex has its own network that you have to add, a custom network for this test net, right?
Yeah, so the way this works and what everyone needs to do, in the tweet Casplex sent, there are all the details needed for the connectivity. So the process is like this. You open a MetaMask, and not necessarily a MetaMask. All EVM wallets are supported. So you can use whatever wallet you are used to it, and you just add the custom network to it in MetaMask, for example, you go to Networks, Advanced, and add the custom network. you fill in the details, such as in the RPC, the testnet name. You can put whatever name you want, and you have the Explorer link. And you just add the custom network, and then you switch over to that custom network from your wallet, and that's that. You are live on Casplex Layer 2 testnet.
Wow, so that's awesome. So it's EVM compatible, but it's not Solana compatible. Solana has its own virtual machine, so it's not.
Yes, Ethereum EVM.
Okay, cool.
We like to say that Casplex is ZK ready, but obviously this is topic to debate, meaning that some people will say, but we don't know the architecture of the new ZK zero knowledge proof OP codes that will be delivered on Caspa layer 1, right? So Casplex, by calling it ZK EVM, means that there are two main messages here. One is like it will very fast support Caspa ZK OP codes whenever they will be out and ready and developed by the Caspa core team. So that's one. And basically the Casplex will just stand by for whenever those will be available, and then fastly integrate and adopt them. And then you can have ZK on a layer 2 without the actual ZK on the layer 1. This means that you can generate and settle the proofs off chain, so off Caspa, and just send back the confirmation, right? So but this is not, so this is proper ZK, but not in a decentralized manner. It's like more like you can generate and you can validate the proofs, but this is not like built on top of the layer 1. So this is the second pillar, if you want, of the Casplex, right? Yeah. One is being ready for the actual OP codes, and one is being ready for off-chain ZK. If you do the sequencing on layer 1 on Caspa, and you rely on the sequencing from layer 1, that's a based rollup. But if you are not doing the sequencing on the layer 1, for example, Arbitrum, right, or Base or other layer 2s, they are using their own sequencer or even third-party sequencers, and then that's an optimistic one, right?
Right.
And that's not even decentralized because you never know what's in that black box from the third party or in their own sequencer. You don't have any control, so you don't know if that is being manipulated or not. But the base rollup gets the order of the transactions based on the layer 1 as the miners are doing it.
Cool. That's awesome. That's really cool. If there's two ways you're going to go about ZK, have the two options, and I guess having it all on chain would be the optimal route, but you're going to need to have Caspa to implement those opcodes.
Yeah, that would be the desired solution. Well, I'm not sure, because I don't necessarily have all the technical details, so I'm not sure which way we will go for the time being. But for what I can say 100% for sure is that once the Caspa ZK OP codes will be released, Casplex will integrate them and adopt them in a heartbeat.
Awesome. I guess the nodes need to be updated and all that type of thing. Kind of like a hard fork, or not really a hard fork, but
I reached out, and because I had the same question, so I saw some tweets saying that once Caspa will have the ZK OP codes, a hard fork might be needed. And then I asked different people, and I got different opinions. Some said like, no, the hard fork will not be needed, whilst others said whenever there is a new OP code introduced, you need to have a hard fork. So I guess for this one, we need to wait to see what's the solution, and maybe we can even raise a discussion on Caspa Discord and ask, let's say the developers, or let's say the technical guys that can shed some light on it.
Shout out to Scape, full interview in the link below. Show him some love and check out his channel. He covers Caspa a lot, so sub up if you haven't already. And at the same time, great to hear from Casplex's Caspador again, which is one of the many teams working on the Caspa network, which goes to show that Caspa is indeed building towards the future. Prove all things, hold fast.
Look, you were in the last parliament. There were on multiple occasions, legislation that was introduced or was separated from other things that was designed to be able to say, hey, this party doesn't want you to have a tax cut. The message that Canadians sent during this campaign was like, not now.
Well, I'm reluctant to go into any kind of specifics.
The Liberals have released their obnoxiously touted tax bill. You know the one. The one that Champagne and Carney keep saying they expect the Conservatives to support. Well, there's just one small problem, or more like 10 if you count. The bill is deliberately poisoned to force the Conservatives to vote against it, which confirms what we've all suspected. The Liberals have zero interest in prioritizing affordability for Canadians. They just want to play political games instead.
Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, we present Bill C-4, an explosive bill, if you will, for those that understand the reference.
Nice.
So, notice that it says an act respecting certain affordability measures for Canadians and another measure. I wonder what that other measure is. We will take a look shortly. Here's the summary of the bill. So Part 1 amends the Income Tax Act to reduce the marginal personal income tax rate on the lowest tax bracket to 14.5% for the 2025 taxation year and 14% for the 2026 and subsequent taxation years. So the Liberals are making good on that promise.
Right, but if you look, we're not even getting the full tax break right up front.
Right. So...
I mean, I don't recall them campaigning on that.
No. Part 2 amends the Excise Tax Act and other related regulations to implement a temporary, note the word temporary, GST new housing rebate for first-time home buyers.
I don't recall them campaigning on the temporary part either.
Neither do I. Part 3 is essentially repealing the consumer carbon tax legislation now that the rate is down to 0. And Part 4, you may wonder, what the heck does this have to do with a tax bill? It amends the Elections Canada Act to make changes to the requirements relating to political parties' policies for the protection of personal information. Now, we want to talk about this temporary tax break on new homes. So this is essentially part of this section. It's laying out the criteria, but I want to draw your attention to Part B here. The agreement of purchase and sale referred to in paragraph 2B is entered into after May 26, 2025 and before 2031. So what does that mean? Well, this $50,000 or up to $50,000 tax break, you only get it if you buy your home within the next 5 years, basically, or 6 years. That's what it means. And you have to take possession of your house by 2036. Shouldn't be a problem in most cases, but this means that this is very politically motivated. So what they're trying to do, ironically, is they're going to be driving up housing costs because this is intended to facilitate a buying frenzy for people in order to save the GST tax. So it's going to cause people that are looking to buy houses under $1 million to purchase these houses within the next 5 or 6 years, so the Liberals can say, look, we achieved our goal of all of these new houses being built, because builders will not build new houses unless they've actually sold the land. So this is a very sketchy way of actually implementing this tax break. It's not about affordability, it's about getting their numbers up so they can say, look, we're building all of these new houses. Yeah, by creating another artificial
housing bubble.
Like housing bubble.
Yeah, and I think it's also designed to sell homes and hopefully avoid the housing crash, because if that bubble bursts while your party's in government, you're in big trouble.
Right. Now, this is just it's not even a broken promise, it's a sleaze promise from the campaign, because they didn't talk about this at all in the campaign. All they said was, you will save the GST on new homes up to $1 million. That's all they said.
They never said anything about it being temporary.
No.
They never said anything about regulations that you had to take possession within a certain period of time. And they've extended that window 5 years beyond the date of purchase, which was 2031 to 2036. And the reason for that is because when you purchase a new home, sometimes it's years before they even break ground. So I suppose that in a way it's trying to prevent people from expecting not to pay GST and then getting stuck paying GST because maybe the home is delayed. I don't know.
Because remember that GST is only collected after you essentially take possession of the house. So you don't pay that up front even right now. Now, before we get into this next part of the bill, which is very bizarre, shouldn't be in this type of bill, we want to go back to 3 weeks ago to a conversation that Vassy Kapelos was having with Steve McKinnon. And it was about this potential tax bill that was coming down the pipe. Listen to her question and listen to what he says.
Let me drill down into one specific thing we know is coming when the House resumes, and that's what the Prime Minister spoke about yesterday, this Ways and Means motion to introduce a tax cut. The Conservatives I've interviewed, whom I put the question to, is that something that you're going to support, given you also proposed a tax cut during the campaign, mentioned if it is what your government says it is, like if it is the tax cut and not a whole bunch of other stuff designed to wedge them, then yes, in principle they would, but they're waiting to see if that's the case. Will that be the case? Is this going to be a straight up and down tax cut, or are you going to include other stuff in there?
Well, I'm reluctant to go into any kind of specifics, but suffice to say we've agreed to a date to talk to the other House leaders. We will obviously keep dialoguing with other parties with respect to our plans and what we hope to accomplish in this. We'll be very transparent about what we hope to accomplish in this spring sitting. The tax cut is certainly prominent among them.
In principle, can I ask you though, like, look, you were in the last Parliament. There were on multiple occasions, legislation that was introduced that or was separated from other things that was designed to be able to say, hey, this party doesn't want you to have a tax cut. And the Conservatives played their own games too. I'm not trying to take away from that. I think the message that Canadians sent during this campaign was like, not now. Let's actually do the things that both parties are saying that they want to do to help Canadians' lives and improve their lives. Is that a message your party has taken to heart? And in principle, will that be reflected in what comes through the House? I think that's a very valid insight, Vassy, with respect to what Canadians are telling us. They're telling us they want results out of this Parliament. They don't want games. In principle, your question was in principle. In principle, we absolutely want to move forward on initiatives that are what they say are what we say they are very focused and targeted at getting the results that we committed to Canadians.
That should have been a simple yes or no answer.
Should have.
It really should have. But again, the Liberals are setting up a poison bill so that the Conservatives will vote against it so that they can then turn to Canadians and say, look, the Conservatives don't want you to have a tax cut. And these are the kinds of games that we've heard the Liberals love to play. We've heard this from multiple people who support the Conservatives, people in the know, and they are just tired of these Liberal games. Canadians need affordability. We need it yesterday. We needed it 10 years ago, and you guys are still trying to play games with your legislation. This piece about the Elections Canada